models on our lot on East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
Good morning, Northeast Radio SD, Watertown, South Dakota. We're live in the studio, and thankfully I'm not always on camera, but we do have some lovely people in studio. Got to hit the mic button. There's two of them I have to hit. But we have with us the president of the Codington Connects Board, Sara Foust. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'll also hit your mic button.
Oh, perfect. That sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I wanted you to feel part of the mute.
I am well familiar with that one.
Yes.
Thank you.
So now you know it works.
Yeah.
Do your kids use that on you, or
they should? They should.
They put you on speaker.
They don't need a button.
Like, Or wait, it'd be opposite, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you brought a couple guests with you today, huh?
I did.
Okay.
We are excited to have Head Start with us here today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to?
Yeah. So you brought, I wrote this down, so I got it.
Yeah,
okay. So with Head Start, you got Alana, Huck. Right. Okay. And then we also have Tiana, Novy. All right. I got those. Cool. Okay. So good morning. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about, let's just go down the line. Alana, tell us a little bit about you and start off. What do you do there?
Yeah, I'm Alana. I have worked with Head Start for over 20 years. I'm the family service specialist. So my job is recruiting, enrollment, eligibility, getting parents signed up for programs if they need help with, and just really supporting families on what their needs might be. So
is there specific things that people might come to you for that are common per se?
Yeah, so some of the common things are needing help with food resources. So we're always in touch of what's going on. There's different websites and avenues. So Codington Connects has a website that shows all the food resources. So we, point them to that. Housing, getting housing assistance. They might need energy assistance, or even if they're struggling with just child rearing, helping them know what the resources are available to them for that. So
you do all that?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah. We want to, there's people have different needs and it's diverse. And so you really need to be aware of everything that's going on in our community and the supports that are available. So our collaborations with different agencies are really important for the success of our families. So
wow. And the programs don't change very often, right? They always stay the same and you don't have to keep up on things. And
no, nothing ever changes.
Oh my.
It's always stable. There's always the exact same resources every day. So
yeah.
No. Funding changes and is fluid and flexible, and programs come and have resources or out of resources for the month. And so it's really important to stay in connection with them to know you wouldn't want to refer a family to go get help with something and they get there and the agency doesn't have money for that month. And so they just wasted their time, wasted their money to get to that place. So, we're calling and talking to a lot of different agencies to be aware of what's going on. So,
yeah, wow. Well, that's got to be a lot to keep track of. And then you're working with other entities within the community, I suppose, as well to, see how you can help these individuals depending on their needs. Mm-hmm. So, Tiana, what do you do to help out within this community?
I'm also a family service specialist, so I do a lot of the same things that Alana does. Mm-hmm. One thing I don't think people know is how far we cover. I also cover up in the Millbank area as well, too. So just knowing those resources, like she said, in the areas that we cover. So we help with, one thing is when that big SNAP thing happened, everybody was getting kicked off SNAP. And so we help people reapply for it, get back on it, ask the questions, because a lot of people don't know exactly what to ask when those things do come up. So we have to know those resources to make sure that we can make sure the families get what they need. And then also too, we do a lot of recruitment for our preschool. So we have the preschool, which serves the 3 to 5. And so then we're over there also too, supporting classrooms and teachers and making sure that they're getting what they need to help the kids in their classroom. If there's something outside of our Head Start classroom, such as needing more supplies, things like that. If we can get donations for that, we do. And there's been a lot of great places that have helped us in the classroom as well. So, and then we also have our pregnancy to 3 program, which is early Head Start. Alana does a lot with that. And that just helps support the families in their home with their kids as well as themselves. So.
Okay. Do you guys also teach in the classroom or?
No, I am not a teacher. I give those teachers props because they do an amazing job. They're all certified teachers. They have to have a degree to be a teacher there. And they also have to follow our curriculum that we purchase for them. And so on top of that, but then they're also dealing with the kid aspect of like any trauma they may have, or if those kids are needing extra assistance with things such as like getting them referrals to the school district for like speech or OT or any of that. So the teachers also have a big job too.
Yeah. Wow. So it goes just preschool is what you have, the for schooling?
So our center site is only the preschool. It's that 3, 4, and 5 up until they're eligible to go to kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only daily Monday through Thursday site that we have. The early Head Start is home based, so we're really focusing on supporting those parents. So we do see and help everyone from that pregnancy on up to 5, but the only site that we have is the center. We would love to have a early Head Start center. We have talked with Sara a lot about that. We've tried to get it going and we just haven't been able to make anything work. Funding, there has to be the money available and grants from the Office of Head Start and different things. And so we're not there yet. It would be nice, but we're not there. So we make sure families are aware of other resources in the community if there is need. So
that's like kindergarten age then, or?
No, early Head Start is that birth to 3. So it acts more as a daycare for families. So
early, since the word early. Okay. Wow. So when you do the in-home assistance, what do you see? Is it maybe the parents? Is there no parents, like, are they kind of on their own, maybe with their child, in this experience, or?
Well, parenting is hard. You don't know what you don't know. And if you don't have good supports, you might not know that what your child is doing is developing normally, or they're not quite there yet. They might need a little bit of help. So our home visitors are also trained on child development. They receive continuous ongoing training and support to make sure that we're there to help families to know what comes next, to let parents know there's different things they can do with their child to help them learn and grow. If you think of how much children learn in those first few years, their brains are developing so quickly and they have so much that they pick up. And that comes from parents, that comes from home life. And so we really support parents in helping them see that all the different things, all the different play they're doing with their children is really helping them get ready for school, getting them ready for life. So teaching them to walk, to crawl, to speak, to recognize patterns. All of those things come from the home, and it's not a traditional flashcard type thing. That's not how kids learn. They learn by building boxes. They learn like blocks. They learn by playing with toys, and toys enrich and help kids learn. So letting parents know that it's not just building blocks, what they're actually learning with playing with blocks. They're learning math, they're learning science, they're learning spatial awareness. And sometimes you don't realize that. You don't realize that play is learning. So.
So I've learned now that with my granddaughter, loud noises are good. So I've encouraged screaming, and so now I'm not allowed to leave a room without now it does sound like hey, but it was kind of just like
Yeah.
So, but like it's really cool to see them start to their brains start to really just form into these thoughts, and then sometimes watch their eyebrows and watch them watch you, and then seconds later try this weird version of what you just did. And it's not right, but it's so close. And so I don't so are you working with different ages, like young parents up to 30, 40-year-old parents and stuff?
Our youngest we have ever had in our area, we had a 14-year-old mom, a teen mom, and the oldest is, I would say closer to that late 30s, early 40s. You don't see a lot of newborns in that age. By that time, most women are done having their new babies, but it's not age dependent. It's just if families have a need and want that support, we want to go in and help them. So, and it could just be they don't have any family in the area. They moved here and they don't know anyone. And so they're very isolated, and parenting is hard, and not having that support or someone to come in and talk about, I've had a really rough week, I've had a really rough day, and then being there to listen and support them. Everyone kind of needs that support, no matter where you are and what stage you are in life. So
I think that's a really great example of there's only so much that, social media and social media community can do. Because without that, it's nice to get advice, and things like that, but that's priceless. So is there like a cost involved with that, or they just reach out and
It's
ask?
Early Head Start and Head Start are an income qualifying program. We follow the federal poverty guidelines. So we'll just verify their income, whether it be via like W-2 tax return, anything like that. Or there's different ways that they can qualify too. Like if they're on, we can use their SNAP qualification, TANF, SSI. So there's just a few different ways that we can qualify. One thing that I really like in the past year that we've been able to do is let's just say they're kind of over that income, but they are kind of stuck in that middle spot where they really can't afford, extra daycare, things like that. And so then we can deduct like housing costs, utilities, just a few things like that. So that'll help them get them under that line to be qualified for our program. But one thing that I think people misjudge is that just because we say we're income qualifying, if they're over income, they automatically think, nope, I'm not getting in. That's not the case. We do have a wait list, and we like to have an extensive wait list because you just never know. Turnover can be 0, and sometimes turnover could be 23, 24. We replaced a whole classroom this year at Head Start plus a few. And so, because we have to remain full all year, and that's what the Early Head Start too. So if a spot opens up, we only have 30 days to fill that spot to remain in compliance with the Office of Head Start.
Whoa.
So if your kid doesn't get in August, but we have a spot open up in November, we could be calling and offering you that spot.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And there, like Tiana said, there is no cost involved. So when the children are in the center, we provide breakfast, lunch, and a snack, just because that's important. Kids get hungry. And we also provide all of the school supplies. So making sure they have everything they need to learn. So there's paper, crayons, markers, anything that you would need in a school, we provide that. I know once kids get a little bit older, just funding is different. School districts do ask kids to provide their own markers, paper, scissors. We don't do that. We provide all of those for the children. So,
and if you're married, single, any of that matter for the programs?
Nope. So we will meet with families and just kind of talk about their situation, where they're at. There's a lot of different variables on how we qualify families. I mean, we could talk for a long time, and it's boring for most people. But so we just have a conversation where they're at, what they're looking at, and looking at their income, and then we're able to utilize the rules that we follow to see where they fall. So
okay. So the first step is if you have a concern, just reach out, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a website too? Is that a good place to maybe look around a little?
We do. It is the ICAP website. You would just go to the different department and click Head Start. And then at the bottom of that page is our application. And you would just click on that, fill it out. And then Alana and I get an email as soon as submit is hit. And then we'll reach out via phone call, text, whatever they put on there they prefer. So.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it is I know you mentioned a few things, but it's quite a few things that you can assist with sometimes. So I don't know. I worked at Carl's TV and Appliance, and I think I delivered some refrigerators at one point. To some individuals that were in need of refrigerators, and I hauled out some very rough refrigerators. So that was a very nice program. I remember back then, just 28-year-old Steve thinking, oh, this is neat. Look at this. But then also like, oh, this old fridge is heavy. But so I mean, kudos. That's amazing, all the things you guys do. So if you got a concern, I suppose just check it out and see what's maybe available. So
yeah. And like we said, our preschool is Monday through Thursday, approximately 8 to 3. So that's 4 days a week that your child is going and learning, and parents can concentrate on something else. If they need to work, if they need to just need a break or whatever, there's no we don't require families work or anything like that to be in part of our program. They just have to qualify, and they're playing with their friends. They're excited to come. They're excited to learn. They love, you'll see them walking down the hall and they're waving and like, hey, and so it's very exciting to go and hang it out in the classroom. So we are not teachers, but we love playing with the kids. So
Absolutely. Man, yeah. It's should we tell people where you're located too? Do they stop by the office and ask questions too, or?
Yeah, they can stop by anytime. We're located at the ICAT building, which is 8th Avenue Southeast. And I know some people get confused because the Head Start building is over on 10th, over by Prairie Stop on that road. But in order to get in contact with Alana and myself, we are located at the ICAP office.
Okay, so Google Maps will probably help you out too, I hope.
our office is kind of around a little corner. And so I know when I've talked with parents in the past, we used to say it was in conjunction with the Hamilton County Bookmobile when they moved out. And so I went out and stood on the corner like, I'm around here, And so it's we will get you to our building. If you want to talk with us, and if you struggle with transportation, Tiana and I will come to you.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
we will help out. We have people that we work with that don't feel comfortable navigating the website. They don't want to fill out the application online. Come in, we'll do it with you. So there shouldn't be any barriers. If you have any concerns about getting started or getting your kid signed up, please contact us and we'll do what we need to do to make it easier for you. So
Wow, you still have one of those landline things they could even call and like if they had a question and
Yep.
they couldn't find it or something. So,
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Is there anything that we missed? Do you guys?
We can talk for hours. So.
Okay. Sarah, anything you want to throw
I
out
actually
there?
want to talk about a couple other things because Alana and Tiana are part of our child care action team. And I should have started with that,
Mhm.
that they are members of that. And some of the goals with that team is there's a lot of goals. One is just to make life better for children in our community. That's really the ultimate goal. But we're looking at what are our needs in the community. Head Start is a huge gap filler in that because it's a high quality program, for free, so very affordable. Like Alana mentioned, we're exploring the idea and would love to have the idea. We've had a lot of conversations about could we find a facility that they would allow them to do full-time from birth to kindergarten age preschool for children, that we could really fill some gaps for other people. So they're a big piece of the child care action team and looking at that. I also wanted to mention we had done the survey for the child care survey. We have the results. We'll be getting those posted on Codington Connects here shortly, but just a couple items to go over. Some of the things that we found. I have the handy little one pager in front of me. I can't do it without notes. But when we had over 300 families this time. Over 233 families responded, we had just under 200 when we did it 3 years ago. So we had a little bit higher response rate, which was great. But what families prioritized is number one, safety of care, two, quality of care. And so again, when we're looking at safety and quality, programs like Head Start are huge for that. Location of care, access to more licensed childcare providers, access to more registered family childcare providers, extended hours of care, and then finding temporary care. Interestingly, it was very interesting because a majority of providers had unregistered daycare, but a majority of people wanted registered or licensed. And just to clarify, if you're an in-home provider, you can be registered to be an in-home provider. If you're a center with more than 20 kids, you would be licensed. And so that's the difference. A center is a licensed facility. An in-home can either just be an in-home or be registered. But a lot of people really wanted registered, and we just don't have that availability here. It's not an option. We have very few registered in-home providers here. Also, another big thing that we're looking at is the cost, because in 2022, when we did the survey, we had around 8% were spending over $181 a week for childcare. And now in 2025, 2026, over 15%, we're spending over $211 a week. So that means in 3 years, a huge percentage has gone from, so if we took it just the 181, we have about 20% of our community is spending over $181. And in 3 years ago, less than or around 8% were spending $181. So cost has just increased. I know everything has gone up, but it means that when families are looking at what they're spending money on, they're spending a lot of money on childcare, and we want childcare to be affordable so families can get out and work and live the life they want to live, give their children the lives they want.
Yeah, that's like $800 some a month. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, we have lots of results like that, lots of little tidbits, but those were a couple of the interesting things. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm kind of speechless actually about that. So that's like I don't know what the right word is for it, but it seems like it's something, you know, we use crisis for the child care kind of already, but like so I don't know how you fix the monetary side, because you know, like you have costs involved and all that stuff. So it's just and it's just so complicated. What you're saying is exactly right, because then if you go and talk to centers and providers, they will tell you that these rates still don't cover the costs of actually providing childcare. So what they're charging is probably more than what families can afford, but it's still not enough to actually cover the cost. Both of our centers in town at the My Little Village up at the Monastery and Educare, they're both supplemented by Lake Area Tech supplements Educare, and the Mother of God Monastery supplements My Little Village. Neither of them would be able to run without that. Yeah, and most of the daycares like never take vacation because no one, you know, like you just can't unless you have another employee or someone that helps you. And I think there's a whole nother thing with that. And it's just,
it's complicated.
Extremely.
It's so complicated. So which is why we need a community solution. This isn't something that anybody's going to come in and just say. So some of the next steps we're looking at is how we can work with businesses to see what businesses can help solve the solution, what tax credits there are for parents and families to use. And, the state has a child care assistance program that is very, very underutilized in our community. I think, would you say like 8% of eligible people are using the child care assistance program? So there are resources out there. Some of it's education and some of it's figuring out some better community coordination.
And they have that on ICAP that they can find out, or
they don't need it.
Yeah. So Head Start is free. And so we don't need childcare assistance. Childcare assistance is a program through the state. We definitely would help them get signed up if they needed it outside of their hours with us. So you could go online and search through the state to find that information to see if you qualify.
Correct. Or 211 is a really good site too. So they can, when they navigate that one, or the Codington Connects page would get you to that as well too.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, and I was also going to say for Head Start. So if you can go to the ICAP website, but you can also go to Codington Connects, click on the ICAP link, and then go to Head Start too.
Okay. We're about to enter daycare land. I'm pretty sure of it. So, I'm thinking like this whole time, the other part of my brain is back here, the hamster wheel's running already. And it's like, holy cow, So I think somewhere in like Sweden, they have a bunch of grandmas and grandpas and they just throw them all in a big building with all the kids and they just tell stories all day. I don't know if anybody pays anybody, but it seems like the kids like it. Maybe that's an idea.
I know, right?
I don't know.
If community worked that way, that would be great, but it's just not a reality.
I know. There's a little kid would fall and get hurt and it'd be over. But no, this is really important. So thank you guys for everything that you do. There's 5 million things we could talk about and appreciate all of it. I don't know how many people work there, but thank everybody. So thank you.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is collaboration with different agencies to solve some of these problems, some of these things that are going on in our community. So we are a piece of it. I'm very passionate about what we do, but we're not an island. And so we need to be aware of what else is going on and support other programs. So
Absolutely. Well, you guys do a great job, and you're well spoken about what you talk about, and that passion does come through. So I think that makes a big difference. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Sarah, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you. CodingtonConnects.com.
Find us there.
45 some.
Partners. I just counted. I think we're actually at over 50.
Okay.
Something, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I always say ish or some just because I know it's just gonna,
It always changes.
it's exploding. So, anything else we're missing? Events?
Check out our Summer of Fun. We still want to really promote that. The Parks Challenge, the bingo card, get out and have fun with your family. Everything on that is free, and just go have a fun time with your family. It can all be found on our Facebook page or CodingtonConnects.com.
And make sure you follow that Facebook page for any exciting announcements or promotions or events, I guess I would say.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you guys again. And
you.
We'll go back to some music here on Northeast Radio SD.
Thanks.